And I do think that you saw glimpses of this team taking a step in the right direction in the global series. And, Gavin, if you could pull up that global series recap, that to me actually is one of the big things. Look at this penalty kill percentage, 84%. That's huge because they were down at 62 or 65% for the regular season. So if you can have an 84% weekend, that's pretty good. That's a step in the right direction. And they got some saves from Philip Gustafson, who was pretty good on the trip. And yeah, they only essentially what boils down to going 1-for-1 on the trip. I did like what I saw. And I think the one real interesting thing for me in talking to Bill Guerin is there's a lot of ways that this team can improve. And you have back-to-back 100-point seasons. And yes, last year's playoff loss was deflating, but you have most of the same team back. And now you've got Jared Spurgeon back, which I think was a huge loss for this team to start the year. I think you can see the opening. And the fact that Bill Guerin is saying that effort and compete was the one thing that stood out to him for the start of the year, and that's the part that's been unacceptable, that gives me some hope that this team can actually get back to where they need to.
We got a little poll up in the Daily Faceoff YouTube. Will the Minnesota Wild make the playoffs this year? So you can have your say over on our YouTube chat live. But Frank, quickly, one more.
I was going to say, on today's DFO rundown, I said to Jason Gregor, give me your 2 wild card teams from the West. Let's just assume that the 6 teams in the West that are leading their divisions, the Central and Pacific, stay in those spots in the standings or some variation of that order. My 2 wild card teams are still Minnesota and Edmonton. You?